so my name is Carolyn Hinds. I'm with KCrush American Magazine, and I'm so happy to actually be interviewing both of you because this film, Agent of Happiness, is actually my second Bhutanese film. I saw The Monk and the Gun last year at BIF in Busan, and one thing I noticed in that film and in yours is I find Bhutanese people tend to have a very particular sense of humor. Can you talk about translating the cultural humor into a film like Agent of Happiness, which is about happiness and being funny, but also being discovering the sadness that underlies the happiness of the lives of the people? So talk about first translating humor into this film.
You understand? Okay, actually the humor in the film basically comes a lot from the main character himself, because he's a very laid-back kind of person and he finds a lot of joy in music and dancing, and sometimes he kind of tries to deal with his situation, his difficult situation, by kind of making fun of himself. So so the humor, like one of the main things in the film, the humor actually comes from the main character himself.
Right.
But generally, I think we have kind of a very our society is very laid back in many ways, and we try to make fun of ourselves and also the situations that happen with us. So it's like it's a way of dealing with our everyday situation.
Yeah.
Yes, and basically what was kind of the initial inspiration for the film, that when we met with Amber and Gunaraj, we really liked that dynamic. They are the happiness agents in the film, and one of them is very tall, Amber is small, and they a little bit reminded us of the Bhutanese Laurel and Hardy, and that was a kind of like inspiration for the first time, that they also like to joke between themselves, and the way somehow their light behavior and their warm personality also makes people feeling more comfortable when they are doing the happiness survey. So I think right from the beginning it was very important for us that even if sometimes we talk with very hard and sad subjects, but always somehow we wanted to bring in or sneak in the humor and the joy that is coming from the people. And I also experienced like visiting and living in Bhutan, that they have a fantastic sense of humor, and many times like joking can be also a tool to connect to people.
It is, and I want you to talk about, because you're talking about the humor and the joy and everything, but one of the things that really strikes me with this film is about how everyone can look happy on the outside, but if you really ask the correct questions, you get to find out how people are unhappy or unsatisfied with their life. So talk about how important it was to discuss those aspects of life, because for Bhutan it's known as the happiest country in the world, and that's literally a political point of the government, and for the monarchy, like being happy is like a cultural necessity. But talk about discovering the things that make people unhappy.
Yes, basically this was our initial idea, that the happiness survey and the gross national happiness philosophy is kind of the trademark of Bhutan, and it's kind of an artificial identity that also the state is communicating, and also it's this holistic idea of measuring contentment. This is something which is very, very positive, but through this film we also wanted to explore that how can you measure happiness, how can you translate feelings, life experiences, dreams towards numbers, but in the film we wanted to translate this experience to something cinematic, that like asking the questions and giving time to people to answer and listening to their honest feelings and opening up in front of the camera, how it can be kind of a contrast with the official state statistics.
Yeah, and also because when you see generally like films coming from Bhutan, we see always this very happy image. And Bhutan is a very exoticized country. So we really like right in the beginning, because we also made a film together in Bhutan before. So we wanted to kind of move away from exoticizing Bhutan, and we wanted to see what's actually behind, and to kind of talk about things and emotions that it's relatable for everybody. Like, of course, like, Bhutan is, I think it's still a very special country, but we also have a lot of problems.
Yeah, great. Thank you so much. Thanks. I love your answers.